Ooh. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. YouTube, I think we started earlier on there today. Peter Cole, good afternoon. Vic Snazzle, Nick Helm, good afternoon. TikTok, I'm just loading up right now. Right, while we're waiting for Ellie Hayes, Kaylin, Abstract, good afternoon. Right, take a look at gold. Tell me what you see, guys. Pick your own time frames, have a look, tell me what you see. Mr. Buckley, good afternoon. Consolidation, okay. Remember, you can choose any time frame. Just have a look and tell me what you see. Good afternoon, Anna. So consolidating Nick Helm. Anyone see anything different? Shias, good afternoon. Where have you been, bud? Not seen you for a while. What else do you see? Come on, guys. I want you to use your brains here. Have a look at different. Oh, look at this. Someone sent me a heart and someone sent me a rose. Thank you, my drone journey and Ellie Hayes. Not sure what I do with them. Um, Clear space. Okay, there's clear space above and below. Yeah. What else do we see? Check your charts, guys. Don't just be reliant on what I'm showing you. I might be tricking you. Tell me what you see. Small pullbacks on the 30-minute. Okay. Anyone see anything else? Do you see anything? Do you see what I see? No? Double top. I can see why you're saying that. I'm looking for a mentor to help me understanding what I'm doing wrong. I could be available for a chat. Okay, well, Ellie, first thing first, I'm on a live stream, so what I'd say is if you want to have a chat, then just just private message me and I'll jump on a call or reply to you after the live stream. Oh, after 9 p.m. I've got a private client at 9 p.m. tonight, so I'll be finished at 10 o'clock. I'll be finished at 10 o'clock. Um, if so, then maybe tomorrow might be better. Yeah, the rebrand is taking full shape now. Yeah, that's fine with me, Ellie. So listen, tell me what else we could be looking at, guys. Tennis ball effect. Okay. Anyone else? What else do we see? Now remember, I might be thinking this could be you could look at, yeah, we've got a resistance level, yeah. Uh, okay, what about this? I'm just going to change it to the hourly chart. Now, tell me what you see. Oh, yeah, false break. I'm seeing a false break here. We've got resistance, we've got candle close above, this candle's gone up and then come down, close back below the level. Then when we use the lower time frames, we've got support here. So we have potential time frame correlation between a false break. If we get a 15-minute close below, then we've got a false break on the hour and a 15-minute breakout on the sell side. One sec. One sec. Okay, does that make sense? What I just said there. So, look, either way, we could potentially push and close above these highs, but right now, the information that I see from the candles is resistance here. We failed to continue higher. We've closed back below the level, and now we're looking at a move below this area here for shorts. Commander in Chief took a gamble on FOMC yesterday, didn't pay off. Um, I'm not, unfortunately, listen, this is the issue when you want to trade these high volatility, big impact news days. Fortunately, it's usually going to cripple you. Why? Because the markets usually don't do one direction. They usually swing both ways, and depending what lot size you've gone in, you're usually gonna take a nasty deficit. I'm sorry to hear that, Commander in Chief, but what that means is you're just gonna have to be super, super disciplined now going forward to get back any losses that's happened. So, yeah, we've seen the false break to the upside. I'm actually looking at this and thinking, do you know what? If we break the low of this bearish candle here, I'm gonna sell live at market and put stops above. Let me just check something first. Don't want to do that. I've got some, what day? Thursday. Unemployment claims at 1:30. It's just, it's, yeah. 1:30. Okay. High highs, pullback. Okay. Resistance. Okay. Any other questions coming in? So this is what I'm going to wait for. I like gold, so we'll look for that. DAX, we missed the trade. Oh well, we didn't miss the trade. Members caught the trade this morning. I missed it, that courtesy of school run. So I will say thank you to my daughter later this evening. Let's have a look at the 15. Okay, so 15. If I'm going to look for sells, I want to see a close below there, but realistically, you know what I would do? I would wait. I'd wait for a long BPC setup is my preference. So you still got 75 points to be fair to the downside. So 15-minute close below 23,582. So let's just put sells below 23,851. I think that'll be fine. Let's just sells below. Good. We can do buys above. Buys above 23,681. There's no major news that is going to impact this one today. Let's go back over here. Now, I'm going to move this because obviously, regardless of whatever happens, we know that this resistance level was here and we're going to trade the 15-minute breakout to the downside. Thoughts on gold? Yeah, we're looking at potential shorts. I mean, where we are, it can go either way, but we've had a 1 hour false break set up. If we get a 15-minute close below, then the false break and the 15-minute chart are aligned. If we get a break and a close above, well, then that still works for us because we've got plenty of clear space up to here. So either way, we've got a trade that will work for us. The question is, are we going to go break out above here? So buys above 3671.7, or or sells below 3665.7. And let's put our news that we have today. Remember, always right on the charts what's coming. So, because you don't want to get caught placing a trade and then all of a sudden you've realized you forgot to put the news on. And so it's USD that's going to affect this. We've got it at 1330 and it's unemployment data. Okay, so I know that at 130, we really, if we haven't hit target, casino final boss. What's it, thoughts? Casino final boss. Louis Tizzle, give us a shout. What do you mean? So, yeah, we're gonna wait for either close above and a wick down to go long. So look, I'll give you an insight into, in fact, not there. Let me find the images for you. So this is what we're going to look for. Desktop. Where are they? Not that one. Downloads. Where the hell did I save them? Desktop. One second, guys. I'm just trying to find the slides for you. If not, I'm just going to have to downloads music, pictures. Don't think they're on pictures. Not there. Downloads, documents, desktop. Pay. Do I put them in payouts? No. Okay, no worries. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them up on a. I must have deleted. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull them up from uh, WhatsApp chat media. Here we go, guys. So look, what I want to show you. Chris will put drop them in there. Ah, that's why. 1, 2, 3. No, maybe here we go. So we've still got no trade set up yet. So while I'm just waiting for these to download, guys, I'm gonna just continue to say that gold, this is my no trade range. So it means I'm not going to do anything while gold remains in this red zone. So this area here, I'm not going to do anything. I need to see either a break above or a break below. Once we have that, then the next thing we're waiting for is for price to wick down or wick up. If we're going to go long, I want the market to do the opposite thing. So for example, if we get a close above resistance, the next candle, I want it to move lower first. And the thought process and the rationale behind me wanting to see that is, if you want to fire a bow and arrow, you have to pull the bow back, let go of the bow, and it projects the arrow forward. You want to fire an elastic band forward, you pull it back, you let go, it goes forward. Back in the day when I was a kid, if you had a car and you wanted it to go forward, you pulled it backwards, you let go of it, and it propelled forwards. So the purpose of me waiting for a candle to close above and then a wick, we're going to buy a G. Maybe. We'll see. is I wait for that to happen. So I don't care what the market does, how it does it. It's just when it gets into my price points of interest. So like this, I've marked out price that I'm interested in is 3671.7. If I get a close above there on the 15-minute chart, that's my first part of the setup done. So look, what I do is I just come over here, I go to text, I come to my breakout long rules, I just put it on the chart. There we go. So there's my breakout long rules, and that's what I'm waiting for. If that happens, then I have my setup. Right. Okay, I'm just trying to get. Okay. Forward all. Sorry, I'm just having to do something because the images aren't loading. There we go. Okay, so I'm looking. If I'm going to look for a breakout long, I'm just going to pull the image up. This is the slide I've just had to send to myself. Here we go. And all right, can you see that, guys? So I'm effectively looking for, as you can see, I want to see this resistance level. So the gray bit is acting as resistance. The green candle closes above the resistance. Then the next candle, it must pull down first to create the bottom wick. So that will initially look like a red candle. Once it starts forming a red candle, I'll place my buy stop above the high of the breakout candle and my stop loss below the low of the breakout candle. In the anticipation, what's going to happen is the red candle will reverse, buyers will come back in and start to push price up. If that happens, the buy stop will get triggered. When it gets triggered, I move my stop loss underneath the low of the breakout candle. Does that make sense, guys? If that makes sense, just hit a thumbs up or put some likes in the chat or say yes. All right, 1 second. Just need to. Yep, Anna's good. Um, Everyone on TikTok, does that make sense? Lovely. Perfect, perfect. That's what I like to hear. So listen, guys, the reason I don't get many trades, the reason why there's only like, what's that, 24 trades since the 1st of October, 1st of October, since the 1st of August on live stream is because I have specific rules and I wait for specific setups, which means you're not going to get trades all the time. It means you're going to watch the chart, and the chart is sometimes going to go, and yes, you might want to buy, and guess what? It goes without you. And then you sat there watching it, and some people on socials are posting how many pips they've made when they've gone long on gold, or how many pips they've made when they've gone long or short on the DAX. And you'll go, oh, shit, I didn't take a trade. Don't worry about it. You've been disciplined. You've stuck to the rules. Sticking to the rules and making consistent pips over a consistent period of time is going to do you much better than sitting there going, ah, wicked, I just got 100 pips here. But really, what you did was just gamble. So what you're then doing is you're practicing a bad habit. And what does practice make, guys? What does practice make? Practice makes. Good afternoon, Emmanuel. Practice makes. What does practice make? Connor, magics. No, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. You practice doing something really badly, you're going to get a very good habit at doing it badly. Did you ever try other strategies? Yeah, I've tried loads of things, Dave. I've been doing this since 2009. This is one of the systems that I run. Um, I'll give you another slide of something that I so let me let me just put on where is it? let me put on this one. Okay, so can you see that? This is called a BPC. So BPC stands for breakout, pullback, continuation. So in theory, this bit here, first breakout candle, this is your breakout trade. It goes in your favor, fantastic, we make some pips. Then a BPC is not it's not the pullback, it's not the green candles. The green candles are our potential setup. Oh, hold on. We could be looking for a long setup in about 7 minutes if we break above. So if we get these uprange candles, I need a minimum of 2 uprange candles. Then we get one seller candle. After the seller candle, then what I'm looking for is a wick up. So the bow and arrow effect pulls back up. And then I'm looking for place the sell stop loss above the highs. When it triggers and moves in my direction, I'm then reducing a risk above the trigger candle high. Does that make sense, guys? Now we've got 5 minutes. Well, 5.5 minutes. So look, if we're going to get a breakout long, I need to see price close above the wick, above that resistance level. Yeah. Nas is trying too hard to. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, Nas is still going. We might as well. We'll just wait till after the news now because we're not going to place the trade now ahead of the news. Uh, so my focus is going to be on gold right now because if we can get above there, we should have a lovely move. The only downside for us here with gold is if we do get above here, the news could just send it straight up. If it does, then there's going to be no trade. If we close above it and the news sends it down, we can look to buy above the highs. If it just stays in that range, well then we'll wait until we get a close outside. Um, Hi Angela, thanks for the follow. One second, guys, I've just got. Um, does anyone know where I can? Hold on. Uh, so guys, bear with me a second. Okay, 3 minutes for the news. 3 minutes for the news. Two minutes. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Uh, Here we go, 1.5 minutes. Any questions, guys, while we're waiting? Is Na, what's that? Is Nas at all-time highs? Looks like it, but let's see. Yeah, it's the market that keeps on giving, which is interesting considering what was said last night by all accounts. Hi, Simon. Thanks for the follow. Siri, thanks for the follow. Can't read Arabic, so I can't say who that is. 125, welcome. Commander in Chief, what sort of office chair are you using? Great question. This one's really uncomfortable, or I've worn the shit out of it, so um, I wouldn't recommend this one right now. I'm gonna have a look for I'm gonna have a look for a game, not a typical gaming chair, but there are um, some gaming chairs that look respectable without being something for a 12-year-old. Right. Okay. So here we go. Let's see if the false break is going to happen. The news has come out. Initial move has been lower on gold. What's happened with the DAX? DAX, NASDAQ, not a lot. So we're going to have to wait till 1:45. I don't really want to jump into don't want to jump into anything here until we get an actual move above or below the pre-identified price points that I spoke about. And this is the discipline, guys. This is the bit that people hate, right? And why do people hate this? They hate this because they're not trading. Uh, I thought that was a question, but it's actually someone's name. How true is this? Thanks for the follow. So yeah, I've been told to look at Herman Miller. Okay, let me have a look. Does anyone know some feedback for one of our followers on YouTube? What is a good chair? Something that's comfortable if you sat in it all day like me. Herman, what was it? Herman Miller. Ah, yeah, it's come up. Well, there you go. That must be, I don't know what it does, but it must do something for 1,200 quid. Aryan office chair. Accept all cookies. Let's have a look. Here you go. Commander in Chief. There you go. That's one of your, what someone suggested. Aryan office chair. £1,160. They sold 8 million of them. It's not bad going, is it? Anyone got anything, any other recommendations? Hmm. Uh, Comment on TikTok there says, "Wow, does it bring you beer? If it brings you beer, I'm in. That means it brings me more than my missus does." Uh, I'm gonna have to open this on my phone because I'm glad I did open that on my phone. Should have realized when it came from you, Jez. Yeah. So we are still sat in no man's land, guys. Still sat in no man's land, and the market isn't doing anything to convince me otherwise. DAX sells below 23,851, buys above 23,681. Why? This area here, red zone. It is congestion. Trade in there, you're just gonna, it's like hitting a lottery. Trade below there, what we have is nice clear candle space. Look at those two big candles. So if we get below here, we have a wick up, we can sell. We've got plenty of clear candle space to trade into. So put probability and put the odds in your favor. Until they're in your favor, just stay out of the market. Yeah. How many of you what's your biggest challenge with trading, guys? What's your biggest challenge with trading? Tell me what your biggest challenge with trading is. San, thanks for the heart. There's a few gifts being thrown around today. Appreciate it. What's your biggest challenge with trading? Broker Pips, thanks for the follow. Mazman, thanks for the follow. Hannah, like the live. Well, what is your biggest challenge? Tell me what you struggle with, guys. If one thing, bad boy, good afternoon. Mr. Fisher followed, thank you very much. Doc Slide, knowing when to enter and risk management. Okay, so in fact, I'm just going short, guys. I've literally just sold live at the market. Sorry, hold on. Let me just change screens. YouTube, I'm 5 pips down. Where's YouTube gone? Sugar. It just broke the lows, so I took it. TV. All right, it's at my entry price. I'm just changing it on TikTok. Okay, so 7 pips, and I will go to break even just because it's a volatile day. Um, my break even's not working on magic keys. Okay, so you'll see it change now, guys. I'm 3 pips down. So basically, I'm taking advantage of this false break idea. The fact that we tested the highs and then we've just come down. Now, annoyingly as well, I can't do partial closes because Magic Keys is playing up. If I put a partial take profit in now, what happens is the damn thing closes half as soon as I put it in, regardless of whether it's in profit or loss. So first thing I'm going to do is secure a break-even point if price gets to 7 pips in profit. Oh, God, I got banging head. So I gave it about 5-6 minutes after the news there, waited for the dust to settle. And as soon as we broke that bearish candle low, I sold. Right. So if you do have like a trade assistant or magic keys, then set your auto break even to 7 pips, which is 70% to target for my first target. But again, because I've got issues with magic keys, it's not working properly. I've uninstalled it, I've reinstalled it. So I'm having to do it manually. So as soon as I see a blue 70, I'm just going to hit stop loss to entry. And then if I see 100, I'm just going to hit close half. And then we'll let it run. To take and save profits on the right level. Yeah, but Magic Keys isn't working for me. As soon as I hit partial, so if I put that in now and I move this to say 10, if I move that to 10 pips, the second I hit set, instead of it putting the partial TP in there, it just closes half for some unbeknown reason. So I'm having to, oh, don't like this now. All right, let's just bring, I'm just going to reduce risk a little bit. Get rid of that while it's still not working. Oops. Getting hot under the collar here. It's amazing what a few pips in negative can do to the body temperature. Only joking. But there we go. When to enter. Yeah, so rules. I do momentum entries only through the US session. I don't do them through the London session. Now, it might prove me wrong today, but my success rate with momentum entries through London session are a lot lower, so I don't do them. US session, I'm happy to do it. Ooh, okay, this is gonna be hmm. All right, let's see what happens. Dan 23581. 23581, what's that? Uh okay, yeah, for the DAX. Yep. Okay, this is gonna be a bit of a painful one. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Dax. Dax, Dan. God, I'm having one of those days. 23581. I put 851. Thank you, sir. If it wasn't for my members today, I would be having an absolute disaster. I don't think the news ever affects it. Affects what? Carl Howard, good afternoon, sir. Did you manage to get any sleep? No, you can probably tell that by the way that I'm functioning today. But I don't feel too bad now. I felt horrendous this morning, but I feel all right now. I'd feel better if I wasn't 33 pips offside, not gonna lie. Um, but let's see. I still like the, well, let's see how it closes. We've got 20 minutes left. If the candle closes like this, I still like the hourly for sells. Uh, we're shared the live. Thank you for sharing the live. Very kind of you, Tommy MTZ. But not the ideal start. Not the ideal start to the trade. Right. Uh, uh, one second. See what this 15-minute candle's looking like. 3 minutes left of this candle. What's it? Alicia, thanks for the follow. Very kind. Look, as I said, I'm optimistic with this, even though we've gone offside. Now, I'll reiterate the thought process behind it. I haven't shared with you the false break setup, but this is what I'm looking at. So we've got our resistance level. This is what I would call our breakout setup. So we've had a candle close above. The next candle starts to form a black candle. So then you'd be putting your buy stop above the high of this candle, right? Thinking that, right, we've got a bearish candle, we're looking for the wick down, and then it's going to reverse, and then we're going to pop up and take out the highs. Now, the difference here is the black candle actually closed as a bearish candle, and it closed back below this resistance level. So that is how I stop getting triggered into a false breakout. It doesn't mean that I don't always, because obviously sometimes you still get triggered into a false break. But they're the rules that I apply so that in theory I don't just get caught into any potential breakout or false breakout. So as it closes below, next thing I'm looking for is the market to pull up before it breaks the low of this bearish candle. Now, what happened was on this candle, it went down first before it went up. So then the next candle news came, it's come up, it's tested all the highs. So as soon as it broke that low again, that was my cue for entry. Now, again, we may be right, we may be wrong, but these are it's a process that I run in place, I do on a day-to-day basis. As every one of you that is either new to it, that's familiar with this channel, you'll see me do this on a daily basis. More often than not, we have a good success rate, but we still take losing trades. Anyone that says they don't, guess what? Full of nonsense. So 1 minute left of this 15-minute candle. 1 minute left of this 15-minute candle. It'd be a little bit like a boxer, right? Saying they get into a boxing ring and they never get punched. Well, guess what? They do. It doesn't matter how good they are or how bad they will always get a slap. And you can't help that. It's part and parcel of the business that they're in. Okay? So right now, we're just going to wait. You'll know from previous streams that I don't like trades that run forever. I get a little bit impatient. So we've got, I don't know, we're all right for now. It's probably only been going, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops. Get till sort of 2:15 if we're still in. I'm going to be looking at ways of closing it and reducing risk. Even if it goes on to hit target, I don't care. I will be looking at ways of closing it and reducing risk as we get an hour into the trade. Lots of likes coming in today, guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. While we're waiting for this damn thing to move, just share with me what part of the world you are registering from today. What part of the world are you logging in from? Where have we got today, guys? Let me know where you're logging in from today. South Africa. Welcome, South Africa. And South Africa again. Mr. Consistency. Now, that is a great name for a trader. Nah, sup, bro? Jamaica, Kenya, Australia, South Africa, Nairobi. Oh, there we go. Now we're going full. We've gone from Nairobi to South Africa, Australia, Kenya, Jamaica, Canada, and all of a sudden we go so tropical. Oh, hold on, we've got Uganda, but now let's go totally tropical. We've got Cheshire. For those of you that don't know, that's in the middle of the UK. Beautiful, beautiful place. We've got Germany with broker pips, Romania, Uganda, South Africa, Nakuru. Where's that? I'm gonna have to Google that. Never heard of it. Oh, that's Kenya. It's a city in Kenya. All right. I'm guessing very popular for flamingos. Looking at what's popping up in Google. Higher Faisal. Right. We are still sitting tight. We've got 12 minutes until the hourly candle closes. As long as it closes with a small body candle, I'm still going to be relatively confident we can push lower. If I see a big body candle up here, not going to be so confident. Dan's Dan's going to change his name to Mr. Inconsistent. Love it. Unemployment claims might have strengthened the dollar. Could it be long term? I doubt it. I doubt it. Usually these kind of economic data points will have a short-term impact, uh, but usually there'll be more data points to come out, economic data that will impact the market and uh, change the way that the big players are positioned. I mean, look, FOMC 25 basis point cut. Literally everyone said 25 basis point cut other than Trump's guy, the one that he's put forward for the Fed, who said 50 basis point cut. So look, ultimately, I think right now we just trade what we see. We don't try and think about fundamentals because fundamentals, right? We don't know how people are positioned. The closest thing you can see to people being positioned is COT data. So um, when you look at the COT data, this is commitment of traders. This will look at institutional traders. It'll look at small. So you have commercial traders, non-commercials, and then small specs, right? So small specs or non-reportables. These guys, they're always wrong. So ignore them. But what you're looking for is what's happened in the position of the long and short contracts. And that's about the closest you're going to get to knowing what's happening in the marketplace. Because like trading is a OTC business, right? It's over the counter. You can get it in so many different places in terms of when you're buying currency and commodities, etc. You've got CFDs, you've got spot, futures market, there's options. So many different ways you can be a buyer or a seller of this market. You could be long one market, you could be short another, um, depending on how your portfolio is positioned. So I just trade what I see. I don't give a damn about the news. I don't care what the data is because, again, you get good data and it gives bad results. You have bad data and it gives good results. So what what does do traders up London trade like me? That's what I've always wanted to know. Uh, Reckless, how do you trade? Oh, let's get ready. Hopefully you don't trade like your name, Reckless. Um, I'll be back bearish in my eyes with the sweep of liquid. Oh, okay. So your ICT smart money concept style. Look, the only traders that I've worked with or been mentored by in the past were all systems traders. So there was no emotion. It was just an if done process. I can't imagine anyone in the city using ICT or smart money concepts personally, but I may be wrong. Um, I think it's more of a retail sort of way of trading. 8 minutes. But look, it doesn't mean it's wrong or right. As long as you're profitable, then you stick with it. And I would never tell anyone to do anything different if they're consistent and they're making capital, right? Because why fix something that's not broken? Well, we had a flirt with our entry price there, but that was it. It was literally a flirt. Uh, Do uh, yeah, so I'm not even looking at the DAX or the NASDAQ. I'm not going to look at anything until this position sorts itself out. One trade at a time, bit like a happy marriage, right? For the ladies out there, one man at a time. For the men out there, one lady at a time. So right now, my marriage is gold. Dr. Andrew and Little Princess, good afternoon. Ooh, a lot of names just came in there. Don't know them. So if you are new to this stream, guys, you like that one TikTok animal love. Um, yeah, we're just the art of patience. Something I generally don't have a lot of. In some areas I do, but trading, no. I used to have a lot of patience with trading. Used to be a swing trader, sit in trades for days, weeks, not a problem. Now, oh, all I can say is thank God you guys are here and it's somebody to talk to because I'd be losing my marbles right now. Like, why hasn't this got to TP1 already? Why am I not at break even? Making it accessible for the man on the street. Well, tell you that's nice big drop would be nice right now. I think all of the concepts ICT, SMT, etc. interpretations of institutional trading. Uh, you'll find that most of the big guys, because they can't trade, they'll just be running orders that'll just have no stops, and they'll manage it with sell orders and buy orders. So they're constantly long and short the market at the same time. They won't trade like the way the retail traders been taught. Is that OMO Oyibo no Sabi? No, is that shorthand or is that a different language? My cousin trades up London and he has no clue what I'm saying when I explain to him. Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna trade like this. They'll just have price points that they're buying. They'll be putting a yard in at a certain price, another yard at a certain price, another yard at a certain price, and they'll add longs in, they'll scale shorts out. They're not gonna be some will be looking at price candles and patterns, things like that, but the bigger traders I would guesstimate will be just looking at price. Remember, their analysts are going to do a lot of the work as well. God, banging headache. Uh, your sound dropped to follow. Thanks, Reckless. Um, appreciate the feedback, guys. So yeah, we're just sat here. There's not a lot we can do while the market ain't moving, right? Now, if it doesn't, by 2:15, if we haven't broken this low, I'm probably going to scale half out, guys, because I don't like it when it takes so long. Am I in a buy? No, I'm in a sell. I'm negative 10 pips, 8 pips. Literally, I've been negative since the second it triggered. For about 1 minute in this candle here, it went like 1 pip in front and then went straight back negative. So, yeah, this isn't one of my favorite trades, but let's hope we can still prevail. It is a higher time frame setup, so I don't mind too much, which is why I'm being a little bit more patient than usual. I'm trading down to 36, 34, looking for a drop, just floating at the minute. Yeah, well, we got, I'll be out at 36.51 basically if it gets down there. I'll scale some out before that as well. 2 minutes for the hourly candle to close. It really doesn't want to stay in the blue very often, does it? Okay, see that 70? No, come on. Couple of pips and then I can get to break even. Jesus, testing me. There we go. Oh, that was nice. 18 pips secured. Closed half. That's where Magic Key's not working did me a favor. There we go. So I got 18 pips there and took half off. So I'll hit close half if I see 35. There we go. 35 done. Let's bring that down. 40 pips up. I'll close another half at 50 and then I'll let it go. We got close. We got to 45, 46. I remember I'm having to do this manually because the Magic Key's partial TPs isn't working. So 18 and 35, so it's another decent day in the office. Just let me know if you've enjoyed the stream today, if you've made some pips, that'd be great. You can do that by saying yes or by hitting the like button. Don't care how you do it, just let me know it's been a profitable session. I'll update the stats and everything afterwards, and I'll check your comments in a bit. I just need to watch this because, as I said, my partial TP is not working. 40, there we go, 49 pips. So we continue. I'm not on that trade, but if it closes like this, would you still recommend to go short? That's a shame, Anna. Uh, let's update that to 19. Okay, let's update this one. So there we go. It's another winning trade. So there we go. Lovely jubbly. All right, let's just change the text. Okay, Guardian, Braid, Dimmock, Ernestine, thanks for the follow. I'm just trying to change the text while I'm waiting for. There we go. Let's change it. Right, 19 and apply. So 19 wins, 1 loss, 5 break evens. Yeah, shame there was no wick on the H1 candle. Yeah, but see, Anna, this is on this. This is where, if you look at it, the H1 candle, right? If you've got this one, it's taken out the highs, and after the news, it's gone straight up. The second it breaks the lows, I mean, I went on this candle, but you should have gone on this candle, in my opinion. Yeah, this doji, break the lows. If you didn't want to be so aggressive here, then hit this one. That would be the way that I would have done it if I. Oh, God. Uh, yeah, exactly. As soon as it took out the highs, sell the lows. That's why I took that one, just because it broke the highs. And yeah, we've got a few pips locked in. Doesn't matter now what happens. We secured 49, 35, and 18. So I don't know what this is. 13. So smallest part of the trade. Dan, TP1 on the NASDQ. Well done. Well, guys, listen, I'm not going to do any more trades today. This will be it. One and done. This morning we had, believe it or not, we had 3 trades. Was it 3 trades or just 2? No, it was 2 trades. Gold and DAX both long. Okay, that's it. I'm out. Done. Peter Cole, you must have had a blinding day. You were up 2% after this morning session, so right now, make sure you close that stream. Medogazer 1, you just tagged me, is the 2.5%. Awesome. Peter Cole, close your screen, please. Stephen Buckley, so it should read 20 wins. No, I just updated it to 19. It was 18. Maybe tomorrow we can get it to 20 wins. But yeah. Oh yeah, no, I don't include the London live streams in this because these live streams I only do on TikTok and YouTube. I just have the live stream stats for that particular live stream, if that makes sense. How can you join my community? You can go, there's a link in the bio, which is Mark Owen Stand Store, or I'll post it here. So you should see a link. Yeah, I've just posted a link in the chat there. So if you just you'll see the monthly or the annual in there. Choose whichever one suits you. And we're open to any new members. But just remember, guys, it is a friendly community. So we won't accept any, I was going to say foul language, but occasionally we do have a little bit of that in there, but that's more of a like a joke and a jest. There's no, it's a friendly environment, put it that way. In the morning, do you live stream? Yeah, 7 a.m. UK time, but only to members. And we do 8 p.m. UK time as well, but only to members. So yep, we're pretty active, guys. We're pretty active. We like to look after our members and we like to look after you guys as well. So I think that was a great trade. Unfortunate we got clipped at 15 pips, but listen, I'll take the 40, 50 pips every day of the week. Yesterday we got 60. Today we scaled out 48. Yesterday we also got a 10 pip trade as well. So really, really good stuff. Any questions, guys? Any questions before I wrap up for today? In any other questions, guys? No, no more questions. No, all good. Okay, guys. If that's it, I'll see you all tomorrow, 1 o'clock. If you've enjoyed today's stream, just chuck some likes in there and let me know how many pips you banked. So tell me how many pips you banked. So comment below how many pips you banked. Thanks, Anna. Thanks, Stephen. See you tonight at 9 o'clock, buddy. Thank you for the reschedule. I'll send you a Zoom link later. He does for the membership. He does for the membership. What's that? What's that, Peanut? Okay. All right, guys. Take care, everyone. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.